just two words about who I am. This is popping up all together, but I think it gives an idea of my person. So I'm born in Belgium. I'm a Belgian origin, although I moved to Italy quite a couple of years ago now. As a background, I've been studying a rather classical curriculum with Greek, Latin, and so on, and then I decided to move on to something more technical with mathematics, and then pursued my university with a degree in electronic engineering telecommunication. Of course, I have to mention as well the Slavoconi and Esade joint degree that I just graduated last month. In addition to that, I also have a family. Just to tell you that yes, it's very demanding, but you can manage even if time constraints are relatively important. From a professional point of view, I've been working, well, at the start with telecommunication companies, although I switched very quickly to something more related to commercial and sales into the instrumentation environment and medical devices with companies like Zeiss and now Leica Microsystems. So from I'm taking care of products that are related to medical devices, I said, but not only, very wide, so like microscopes, dealing with healthcare and research, not only in life science, but also in material science. I started geographically, nationally in Italy, then was responsible for marketing at European level, and today, very recently, I started with the emerging markets, first in a sales position, and since very recently in a fully marketing position as global marketing manager for all divisions into the emerging markets. So about the master, well, my search, like yours right now probably, was starting with a couple of criteria. And these criteria were, of course, to have a strong focus on marketing. So I started looking around for a master which would give me a solid framework, specifically in marketing, related to sales, but I was looking for something I was missing, because as you have seen, my background is mainly technical and has been oriented to sales for a very long time. So this is what I was looking for. I was looking for something that was also compatible with a quite demanding job. So if you look at the curve, the Gaussian curve of the age, I'm not at the very beginning of the average age. So I have since quite a long time already a job which is quite demanding and involving a lot of time and travel. So the compatibility with that was absolutely fundamental. Nevertheless, and it was like asking for something almost impossible, something which would be anyway quite interactive. So enough to capture what my attention and my interest, not only with the program, but with the way it's structured. That means for me, face-to-face was very important. And the fact to condense the face-to-face in full weeks was, in my opinion, something really winning from that point of view. International, well, you've seen the maps just in the slide before, and that was fundamental. I wouldn't have gone for something which is exclusively related to one region or one country, but I would like something that breathes a little wider, and this was a criteria, very important criteria. So, of course, basically in English, but potentially with a lot of participants from across the world. Finally, very important was the right mix between academics and industry. That means having teachers, professors, university, academic oriented, but also speakers, participants, workshop leaders coming from the industry. So with a direct connection between what you can learn from a theoretical point of view together with a very pragmatic and practical point of view. I have to say all these criteria have been fulfilled, and this is of course the reason why I'm listing them here. Focus on marketing you've heard about with Louis presenting the program, linked to sales of course, so very well balanced from that point of view. Compatible with demanding job, well, it's compatible but it's still tough, I have to say. But as you have seen, I survived and didn't quit my job. On the opposite, I changed position even. Very interactive. This is part of the interactivity you will experience, so with the distance learning, but not only in the face-to-face session, which are absolutely fundamental, where the class atmosphere is also very important, so that was totally fulfilled. International, well, the number of nationalities participating demonstrated. And finally, the right mix. I was totally satisfied from the point of view of the right mix between academics and people coming from the industry. So even lessons given by people having, for instance, a very large experience in CRM, for instance, to mention only one. My experience, in addition to these criteria, so what did I actually experience during this year? And I would like to tell you beforehand is that it's very dense, it's very rich, together with the face-to-face. So at the beginning, it might even look like a 24 months master condensed in 14 months. Be prepared. It's a continuous work in distance learning as well, although not overwhelming and flexible. Be prepared to work in virtual classes and work in distance, of course, with your peers, because with people coming from all over the world, you have challenges in communication. Skype is, of course, one of the most easiest way to communicate, and it's very useful. Other challenges, of course, having people from Brazil, India, China, it can be challenging to find time to exchange online, but very enriching. I found also an excellent balance between theory, study cases, and practices. So I believe that the amount of theoretical knowledge that I got and the practices and the case studies actually let us put in practice the theoretical learning that we have. Real opportunities to learn from my peers, and that's something that was maybe not a criteria at the beginning, but I found while running the master is that with people coming from different backgrounds, I mean in ours we had people from finance, from fast-moving consumer goods, from instrumentation goods, from business to business and business to consumer. It makes it very rich, and you can cross-learn from that. I think it's an important part. Of course, there is also the excellent curriculum, which was quickly mentioned by Louis. The unexpected values as well, the added values that I found in the course, so that are only titles when you look at the program, but anthropology or East and West was a total discovery for me. A little bit unusual in this kind of master, and I think that's what also makes the difference with other kind of learning process. Coaching sessions had to be mentioned. PI, presentation skills at the last session. Another that comes to my mind is, of course, negotiation skills is also very important and actually very useful in everyday life. Finally, I have to tell it's tough. It's tough for the exams, for the work required, but it's also fair in flexibility in terms of balancing and understanding also the workload that an executive has in addition to the masters is attending. What do I bring home? Kind of quick summary. Well, definitely a more structured approach to marketing and sales, and this is what I was looking for, because I learned quite a number of things on the spot, on the job, on the work. I've been marketing manager before attending this master, but I didn't have the structured approach. I didn't have the background, the framework which I was looking for, and this is what I come out with. So I feel definitely stronger and with a richer background also to make steps forward in marketing in different fields than mine, technically speaking. Huge amount of information, huge number of articles and readings. Difficult to read everything during the master, to be honest, also because there are recommended readings that then you are happy to be able to refer to in case of need in your everyday life and work. A joint degree of two highly ranked schools is quite important, the visibility inside of my company, but also outside, of course, and a network of people knowing about marketing and growing to marketing, not only in the master, but also in the alumni association from both schools, because you have both schools in these cases, the Bocconi in Italy and Esade in Spain, and of course with all the antennas and chapters around the world. Finally, I found 30 friends around the globe, and I can tell you that after such an experience, the link and the bond between the people gets very, very strong, and with a high level of solidarity altogether, which doesn't stop when the celebration, the graduation celebration comes across.